What a wonderful.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about this look I created. If you'd like to see how I do the hair and makeup, just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. I'm going to use this Benefit Browzings. I'm going to go in with a pomade and first outline my eyebrow. Once my outline's done, I'm going to brush it through with a spoolie and then go in with my brow powder. I start from the center and kind of blend it out towards the tail and the beginning of my eyebrow. Then I'm going to grab my Louise base and just dab that over my eye and then blend it in with a beauty sponge. I'm then going to go in with my Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette called Bling in with the shade Hush Hush. Using my Morphe M514 brush, I'm just going to buff that into my crease and really fixate that on blowing it out towards the outer V. And obviously I want to create a nice depth on the inside of my eye, so that's why I'm going in with another packer brush just to make sure I'm getting enough of this pigment on. I'm then going to pick up my Huda Beauty new Nude palette and I'm going to go in with the shade Teddy and kind of just deepen that crease area. Also fixating this very much on the outer V of my eye, and then once again, like, I really want to make sure that it's perfectly in that crease all the way till the inner corner for when I cut my crease later on. Then in the same palette, I'm going for the shade Spanked, and I'm also going to just deepen up, fixating mostly on my outer V and really deepening it up there, and then bringing a little bit of the shade into my inner corner. I then just take a big fluffy brush that has no color on it at all and just really smooth out the outer edges. And then taking a clean fluffy brush, I'm taking the shade Love Bite and really deepening up that crease and bringing it a bit more to my inner corner as well. Then I'm going to go back to my Jaclyn Hill palette and pick up the shade Mystic with my Morphe M562 brush and really just deepen up that crease to create a good contrast for later on when I do cut my crease. After this, I'm just going to pick up my Louise base and cut my crease with it. So I'm going to put some above my lash line and then roll my eyes up, which I'll use as a guideline to know that I must take my base all the way up to that line and cut it nicely, I guess, there. You want to make sure that you're not going too thick with the base, otherwise this will like lead to problems later on. So you'll see I'm like using a fair amount, and then later on I'm going to just like pat it in with my finger so that I can get a nice smooth texture. This is also just going to help later on when you start putting your darker shade like now, so that it doesn't grip too much over there and it blends in beautifully. I'm then going to go in with my Tarte clay pot in the shade Rose Gold and use this as my foil shade over my cut crease. So everywhere that I've cut the crease, I'm just going to put this on. I found using my finger blended it out quite nicely. You just have to be careful because this does dry down very quickly, so if you want to do any like blending and smearing the product around, you have to work very quick. Then going in with my Celestial Thunder palette by Dominique, I'm going to pick up the shade Eternal Light and put that over everywhere that I put the rose gold shade before. Then I'm just obviously going to blend it in again just to make sure all the edges are super neat and blended, because that is what makes the look at the end of the day. I'm then going to grab the Zodiac palette by Kathleen Light and ColourPop, and I'm going to dip into this beautiful shade called the Capricorn and just dust off my brush so that the glitter falls out and I've only got the black pigment, and really deepen up that V and make sure that my eye looks super nice and elongated. Then going in with my tattoo liner by KatVonD and just lining my eye. I'm not going to do a wing or anything, just lining it plain like that. And I'm just putting some mascara on my lashes before I put some falsies on. I'm using a new glue from Lash Addict Lashes. This lash glue is amazing. My lashes are literally stuck on, and if you are allergic to latex, this is a really good alternative for you because these are latex free. Then I'm just going to pop some black eyeliner on my upper lid. This is the black eyeliner from Mud, and just really making sure I get that all in. Then just to prep the face, I'm going to put some moisturizer on. This is from Tatcha Soul. It's their Glassy moisturizer. Then going with the No Poreblem, also from Tatcha Soul. This is just a serum, but it's a primer serum, so it's quite nice, absorbs really well into the skin and just leaves my skin super flawless. Then I'm going in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I'm more just focusing this on the areas where my pores are a bit larger, just to help fill them in a bit more. Then over here I'm going in with my Born This Way Concealer by Too Faced because my camera just decided it's not going to record me putting my foundation on. But if you are curious, the foundation I have on is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, and this stuff is the bomb. It is such a good dupe for the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced as well. it is honestly a holy grail at this point. So I'm just blending in my concealer over here, and then just making sure that it's super well blended under my eyes, because I'm going to powder that before I go on with the rest of my face. Then using my Marc Jacobs translucent powder, I'm just going to set under my eyes so that I can like go on with the rest of my face without worrying about creases. Here I'm going in with the shade 1 shading color from Mud Cosmetics, and then I'm just going to blend that in. This is just such a nice way to create that super nice contour look without going too crazy. You obviously want to make sure you blend that super well so that later on when you go in with your bronzer to just bronze up your face, there's no skipping on your skin like from uneven textures. This is literally one of my favorite bronzers under the sun. This is the Huda by Benefit, and I'm just going to use this on a big fluffy brush to just blend out of my skin and give my skin some sun-kissed goldenness. Then going in with my RCMA translucent loose powder, I'm just going to do a little bit of baking. You'll see I don't go too wild under my eyes or anything. Then I'm just going to do my lower lash line using the same colors as I did to do my lid. And I'm just really fixating on making sure everything's super nicely blended and blown out to give that really elongated, smooth look. You'll see I take a flat brush and fixate the darker colors very close to my lash line. This just helps it give that really nice blown out effect if the dark colors start from really close to the lash line and then the lighter colors blow out as you blend it out downwards. Then I go in with the same black eyeliner from Mud and just line my waterline. You'll see I use a different mascara for my lower lashes. I use the MAC False Lashes mascara. It's a much nicer one to really get in there on those little lashes. Then I'm just going to dust off the powder before going into my Wild Cosmetics blush palette using the 2 shades Seclusion and Isla. Then I'm going to go in with my Ofra Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Rodeo Drive, I believe. I have no idea. Their shades aren't printed on the back of their pans. But then I highlight the inner corner of my eye, my brow bone, and obviously my cheekbones. And then just for extraness, because I'm bougie, I do my nose and my Cupid's bow as well. Then I just melt everything in together with my Urban Decay De-Slick Spray. Then I just line my lips in my Steve Laurent lip pencil in the shade Chick. Before I do my lipstick, I'm just going to do my hair. This is a curling iron I got off TakeAlot. If I can find it on their website again, I will link the link for it down below. But it comes with a bunch of different sized barrels, and I'm using the biggest barrel. So here I'm just putting my hair extensions in and obviously singing, but these extensions are from Clipping Hair, and I got them about 5 years ago and they're still going super strong, so highly recommend them. Once I get to the top, I'm going to section off my hair the way that I want my hair path. So in this case, it is a side path. Once it's split in its path, I'm just going to tie the hair back that I'm not going to be working with right away. I just always start with the side with the most hair, just because that side's gonna like settle quicker, so I just want it done first so there's not so much time when the other part that's not so long is being done. I'm going to take generous sizes, but you don't want to go too big. Wrap it around the barrel and leave it on the barrel for like 15 to 20 seconds. Then when you take it off the barrel, this is the key. Don't let go of it immediately. Leave it scrunched up in your hand for like that for like 20 seconds so that it can cool down before it settles down again. This is going to help it keep its curl for longer. Then once you've done that, throw your hair to the back so that you don't keep on touching it and it's not in the way the whole time, because if you're going to do that, you're literally going to brush your curls out, which is not what you want right now while they're still cooling. So just do the rest of your hair and make sure that your barrel is pointing towards the floor when you're curling it, so that your hair doesn't like curl funny. It curls down the way gravity would pull it anyways. Obviously, when you finish the one side, you're going to move on to the next side that you haven't done. Try not to touch the side that you've just curled. You want it to still chill while it's cooling. You don't want to like mess up the curl. So you're going to just wrap and carry on to the side. You can see that I don't use any hairspray, and this is just because I don't like the feeling of hairspray on my curls, and I find that doing my hair this way, where you like literally sit with the curled piece in your hand for like 20 seconds so that it can cool, lasts so much longer. I don't need hairspray. My hair will last like this the whole night. And I do find that when I do use hairspray, my hair actually pulls out of its curls much quicker. I don't know if it's heavier or what, but it just doesn't work for me. I don't know if you can notice this from the video, but I use much smaller pieces of hair for the hairs that frame my face. This is just because I prefer those hairs to be much finer and more intricate. And then to just finish this entire look off, I'm going to grab my iconic London lip gloss in the shade Nearly Nude and just pop that on my entire lip. So there you go, guys. That is my completed look. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!